Hello, it's beautiful to have you join us for another exciting lesson today. And I hope you enjoyed the previous lesson. And I received your questions and I sent in some possible corrections. I'm really impressed. Thank you so much for being part of the lessons. Today, I'd like to teach on a very interesting and a very simple topic. It's very simple because it's what we see and what we use virtually every day. Today, I'd like to teach on the topic time. I'd like to teach on the topic time. As you can see, I'm holding an amazing wall clock. What is time? What is time? Why are we studying time? What is it? Now, I'd like to explain briefly to us. Time simply is the measure or the measurable period which an event, a thing, or an occasion occurred. Time is simply the measure or the measurable period in which an event or an occasion occurs. Now, take for instance, if I ask you, when do you wake up every morning? How would you possibly tell without the time? You might say I wake up very early in the morning, but when? That means I need the exact time when you wake up. So you can now tell me it's 6 a.m., it's 5 a.m., it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and all of that, yeah? That is the importance of time. Now, if I ask you, when do you normally come to school on Mondays? You might tell me it's in the morning, it's in the afternoon, and all of that. For now, time helps us tell the exact period, the instantaneous period at which the event happened. Yeah? So if I ask you when do we come to school on Monday, you simply tell me 7 a.m. in the morning, 7:30 in the morning. Okay? So that's what time helps us do. So simply, it means time helps us to tell the exact period. That's why I said the measurable period at which an event or an occasion happened. Okay? And if you can see clearly, we have plenty tools or various tools we use in measuring time. But today we'll be narrowing our scope to just the clock. Okay? Just the clock. And if you can see, I'm holding a wonderful clock here, and there are some amazing features the clock has. If you check in here, it has a very, very tiny, longer hand. It has three hands, and this tiny, longer hands reads the seconds. The tiny, longer hand reads the second, or you can say the tiny, longest hand in the clock reads the seconds. This other thick one, that is thicker than the first one, reads the minutes, and the short, thick one reads the hour. Let's go by it again. This tiny, long one reads the seconds. This guy reads the minutes, and this one reads the hour. This is how it works. This second hand starts from here, goes round, and come back to 12. It means it has gone one complete revolution or one complete circle, which is what, 60 seconds. Now, if you look closely inside the clock, you see little lines inside, little lines inside, little lines inside, or your clock might have it as a little dots. Okay? So you might see little dots inside. Now, if you take time to count from the big 12 to this one, there is what? 5 dots in between. Let's count and see. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 dots in between. So in between each of the numbers here, there are 5 dots or 5 lines, little lines in between. And each of those lines signifies, for the second hand, signifies 1 second. For the second hand, each of those lines signifies 1 second. And for the minute hand, each of those lines signifies 1 minute. Okay? Now it's quite different for the hour hand. The hour hand, each of those lines doesn't signify 1 hour. Okay? So for the hour hand, when it moves from one big number to the other big number, it is 1 hour. When it moves from one big number to the other big number, it is 1 hour. Now this is the basic operation of the clock. When the second hand, that's the longer, thinner hand, moves from 12, goes like this, and comes back to 12, it has revolved 60 seconds. It has revolved 60 seconds. That means each movement it goes, it's counting 1 second. So it's counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all to what? 60, which is back to 12. Okay? So when it counts 60 seconds, the minute hand moves by 1 pip. The minute hands move by 1 pip. And that 1 pips give us what? 1 minute. Okay? That 1 pips give us what? 1 minute. Now let me demonstrate it on the board, okay? If this is my clock, if this is my clock, and here is 12, here is 6, 3, 9, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. Now, in between 12 and 1, I said there are how many lines? 5 lines. So this is 12. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1. We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So now, this is my clock. This is the longest hand, which is the second hand. This one is quite long. This is the minute hand. And let's use this guy as the hour hand. Okay? Now let's take, for example, this is my clock. Okay? Just like the one I showed you. This longer hand is called what? The seconds. The second hand. This one is called the minute hand. And this guy is called the hour hand. Okay? Are we together? Now, this is my clock. The longer and the thinner hand is called the second hand. The hour hand is the shorter one. Are we together? Then this other one that is quite long, longer than the hour hand, is called the what? The minute hand. Okay? Now, this is how it operates. If the second hand moves from this 12 back to this 12, it has gone 60 seconds. That means it's counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you count all these lines to this point, it is 60. So it has gone what? 60 seconds. And if it goes complete 60 seconds, the minute hand moves by 1 point. Are we getting it? If this guy moves from here to this point once, this one will move once to this point. Are we together? Are we together? Are we getting it? So it means if it goes 60 seconds, this one goes 1 minute. If it goes another 60 seconds, this one goes another 1 minute. Another 60 seconds, this one goes another 1 minute till it gets to this point. Okay? It means that, therefore, 60 seconds is equal to what? 1 minute. 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. Are we together? 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. Now, let's come to the minute hand. Same thing happens. If this minute hand moves from 12, okay? If this minute hand moves from 12 up to 12, moves from 12 to 12, are we together? It has gone what? 60 minutes. It has gone around how many times? 60 minutes. That means when it moves from here to this first line, it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, comes back to 12, that's 60 minutes. When it moves complete 60 minutes from here to here, the hour hand moves by one big number. Okay? The hour hand moves by one big number. Let me come over it again. If this minute hand moves from 12 back to 12, it has gone what? 60 minutes. It has gone 60 minutes. And the hour hand moves by one